Hello, Eastbows, and welcome to the final instalment of League Two on this episode here with Drayton Town. So we have been promoted, we are champions, and everything is really good. But we have the small matter of finishing off our last two games. The reason because we got two last games is that our games got postponed for the cup final, and I even believe one other game that we had to play in the FA Cup that got delayed. So they push it towards the end of the season. So the season should be over, but we are having to play two more games, and it's a good thing in that sense because I get to rotate the squad just a little bit. There's a couple of players in here that I can try. There's a couple of players that are very close to sort of rounding up their goals, doing the figures for goals and assists, and also potentially their bonus as well, which I really need to look into to see who's got their bonus. But yeah, we're really close to hitting that sort of target with the players. So good rotation, players who have not played a lot of minutes this campaign into the team, see what they're made of. Of course, I'm not going to loan them out, but see if they can break into the first team next year. As I said previously, League One is going to be really tough, and the rotation is going to be key. But we do start away at Colchester. Sort of wrapping this up, and this is actually on Easter, the end of the end of the April sort of fixtures. Really good play from Jax, cuts it back to myself. It's a heavy touch from me. I managed to still squeeze it into the far corner, but yeah, really good play from Jax down that winger, and yeah, kind of squeezed it in. It looked like a really tight angle. I thought the keeper would have got there, but really good goal for me. Sam then had a chance to double the lead. It's a fantastic strike. Keeper just got the palm, I think, of the hand to it, which is not a bad save here. And then, actually, to be fair, me and Sam were up top, and we did cause Colchester a lot with the speed that we have. I thought that this should have been a red card, considering all season my players have been getting red cards for no less than that. But it wasn't meant to be. The referee didn't deem it as a red card, so only a yellow card, which I was a little bit angry about because obviously a few challenges I made have been resulting in the red cards. Colchester almost caught us in the break, a low effort, but they went wide. Sov, who having goal because he was one clean sheet off hitting 15 for the season, which is not too bad for himself, but I generally thought that that was a big opportunity to Colchester. Nearly scored. Sam, they went through one-on-one, probably had way too much time because Sam just hit it straight at the goalkeeper, and goalkeeper is such poor effort from Sam, if we're being honest. But we played really well. Brought Ocean on with a couple of minutes to go. Good pressing from Ocean. Then they played it back, and then Sam just pounced on that. Don't play a high line when you got sort of fast strikers that we do. Mikey's not quick in that sense, but when you got Ocean, Sam, me, and Jax and Kian all running around, you play that high line, you're going to get punished. And Sam made it too. Wrapped it up, and then that was it. That was the end of the game. I thought I was going to get lucky one more try here with Sam, but the referee blew the whistle, trying to get it through to Jax because I really wanted Jax to score. He's yet to score yet this season, so he's got one more game to do so, to try and score. Otherwise, I think it'll be the first season that he's gone through without scoring, which would be a real shame. So our final game is away. I really wanted that final home game to be at home, but of course it's a postponement from earlier in the season, so it doesn't really matter in that sense. Mikey did really well. What play this is from Mikey. Just glides through three players, slots it round the goalkeeper, makes it 1-0, and that is Mikey's 20th goal of the campaign. Absolutely flying in League Two. I'm hoping that he gets more for next season, or even the same, but it doesn't look like it just because of the fact of how hard League One is. Sam with a free kick, great effort, almost snuck in to that bottom corner. I was seeing the ball try and swerve into that bottom corner, but unlucky from him. And then Remy went up for the header, almost got there. Neil almost got there, but then Cheltenham cleared the danger. And then we won the ball back high up from Jax. It's really good play. Mikey then ran into the box, or the 6-yard box, which caused me an issue to pass to him. So I cut it back to myself. I took such a heavy touch and smashed it way over the bar. Another wasted chance. And then Jax here. Great ball out to me. Looked like I was going to score. What a save that is from the keeper. Just tipped it round to the post on the stroke of half time. But yeah, maybe our wingers need to get a little bit better just because we're not scoring a lot here. Jax with a power shot. It was well blocked. I was hoping to get another corner, but it hit the corner flag and spun out for the throw-in, so he didn't get the chance to put it in to the box. And then here, just after half time, great cutback from Mikey into Sam. Low driven, or a high driven shot, shall I say, straight at the goalkeeper, caused havoc in there. Mikey then went up for the header, fell to myself, and I tried to get the shot, but then it was cleared. And then Cheltenham bring away the danger. And then again, we just put the high press on. I'm liking this high press. Sam actually got a knock. He went through one-on-one, did so well. He scored the goal, which is fine. It's great, but I had to take him off afterwards because he was proper draining his fitness sort of level. So hopefully the injury is not too severe and it's just a knock. But that does wrap up Sam's sort of contribution here. Ocean, great shot from Ocean. And then when I hit it, or when I was playing, I thought I scored. And I was like, well, that's a goal, because I've just seen the net ripple. But it actually was behind, and it hit the gantry, like the stand behind the goal, and then hit the side net. And so that was a really good effort from Ocean. And then we just played really good football here from that time being. Jack just after burned a Cheltenham player, went in for a foul. Tried to take me out, didn't work, but Jax actually finally scores his first goal of the season. It's about time too. Hopefully he can contribute more into next season. And then good wing play again from Robbie. That's what I like about Robbie when he's in the team. Is high up. Cheltenham player goes in for another challenge. I kind of don't know why he did, but Ocean finishes up the season with a little gritty. Probably cements Cheltenham place down towards the bottom of the table, but that is wrapping up all of the fixtures that we've had this season. We did really well. There will be an introduction of like all the points and everything that I got. So please do stick around for this. There's not a 20-minute episode just for no reason. There is a lot still to come at the end of this. I've just done the last two games, as I said, and then bring the end of season review into this. So yeah, please do stick around. For that, it's just the end of season on the sort of the players, the number one, the players, the bonuses and the stats and everything like that, to see if that really helped, and if we hit that. Also, where we finished in the league positions or the table and everything like that, as well. So I am going to say thank you for watching my videos throughout this League 2 campaign. Please stick around for League 1. I would really appreciate it. I'm going to look forward to getting all the kits out, doing all that as well over the next coming days. It'll probably be a while to the next episode is out, but please do bear with me as we'll be cracking on with that. And now I will leave you with the end of season review. Hello again, boys, and welcome to the end of season review. So we have finished the season. We've obviously won the league. We've won the EFL Cup. We've done the double. It's fantastic. We're going up into League 1, which is brilliant. So we're just going to do like an end of season review of all sort of like the goal scorers, our unbeaten runs, how many we did, the league table, stats of each players and stuff like that. So we'll jump into sort of like these news feeds, shall we say. There was a couple that I did notice as it was scrolling through that I can't see. I think it was a League 2. I have to keep going up. I believe. Oh, Drayton beat Chelsea in the FA Cup final. What? Okay. So Jack's man of the match. Yeah, we won 4-0. Okay, so it's just a little bit as us won the EFL League 2, which we all knew. Did that quite a while ago. I feel like at least one of our players has been robbed, because apparently Swindon Smith has been announced EFL League 2 Player of the Season. But I feel like at least maybe Mikey, or even Sam, South, we had some decent players in there, so I'm not too sure why he got it. We got a lot of people in the Player of the Year. Sov actually got 15 clean sheets, so I think he's won. He's won the goalkeeper, so he's won the goalkeeper of the season, which is fantastic. But I need to see if he's won the actual thing. And there was Mick Cooper talks of going to New Zealand, but that's not going to happen. So we'll start with the stats of the players, and then I'll do the stats of top of the League 2 stats and the whole table as itself. So in terms of us, the stats itself, we'll go from probably goals, the highest to lowest, I think would be probably the easiest way to do it. So Mikey on 20 goals and 10 assists, a 30 goals contribution. Really good from Mikey. Played absolutely fantastic. He knows where the back of the net is. 20 in your first season is pretty good. I don't think he'll probably get that next season, depending on the teams in League 1. So yeah, there's going to be a lot going on for us. Ocean 18, really good from him again. I do like Ocean. I am really thinking of an Ocean Mikey partnership next season. It might mean that Neil will have to drop out or something like that. I'm not too sure. I've got to think of that. But then when I say that, Neil's got 13 goals this season and loads of assists as well. So yeah, I've really got to think on how I want to progress with this team. Myself, 11 goals and 14 assists, not too bad. Sam, 10 goals, 9 assists as well, not too bad again for a winger. You do notice there's an ambulance next to Sam's name, and unfortunately he's out for 5 weeks with a knee injury. So he will be back for the start of the season because obviously there is the big gap in between. I think there's like at least 6-7 weeks before the season starts. Maybe even actually probably even longer in it. I suppose 8 weeks. So Sam will definitely be back, but he'll miss the summer of fitness to try and get back. Down with 7 goals. He's stuck on 7 for a while actually. I tried to score a lot more goals from corners, but it just wasn't meant to be. Robbie, not the greatest of seasons, only 5 goals, but he only played 16 games. Might have to make a new impact in next season, maybe in different leagues or different positions. I've really got to think about that. Tyler did quite well. 4 goals, 6 assists. Really good player from him as well. Played all over the pitch, really. Actually, he was across the middle quite a lot. But when you've got such a good player as Neil in that cam position, it's hard to replace that with Tyler. Kean, 3 goals, and some most surprising one from Kean is in the league where he scored in the league. I generally didn't think that he was going to do that, but he scored. Really good from him. Paul, yes, he's not all about his goals from Paul, for 2 goals from Paul, but his 7 assists from centre defensive midfielder is absolutely fantastic. Loads of balls that he was playing forward to Neil. Paul kept getting forward and playing into Neil, so I'm really happy that Paul got 7 assists. And then we come down to the lower ends of the goals really here. 1 goal from Chris, 1 goal from Tony, 1 goal from Tommy, 1 goal from Morgan. Of course, that was in the cup final. What a screamer that was, by the way. 1 goal from Ryan. Jack's a little bit disappointed. I think I give Jax the benefit of the doubt because he comes on quite a lot at left back and doesn't play quite a lot on the wing in itself. So I understand in that sort of sense. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But the chances in that he does get in the cup when he does play up top, I'd expect it a little bit more different. So yeah, hopefully next season he'll kick on and score some more goals. Dean, of course, got 1 goal as well. Really happy for him. People that didn't score was Remy, Dave, Richard, Alfie, and Jack, and Jaden, and Ian, and Novio. So a lot of players that didn't score that I would kind of hope to have scored, but we'll see what happens next season. Again, Jaden, Remy had actually a couple of chances in a couple of other games, but people like Jaden and Jack are going to play more games next season. Alfie as well. Definitely going to utilise the squad better because it's going to be League One. It's going to be tough. I reckon we'll get a few more injuries. I reckon people might be missing. The form might go down because it's a harder league and a lot of stuff like that. So you just don't know what's going to happen in that sort of sense, really. So hopefully, give or take, that we can push on with the sort of the plays, really. And hopefully, as I say, League One is just going to be really tough where a lot of players are going to be rotating. Of course, we've still got the same amount of cups. We're still in the EFL Cup, still got the other 2 main cups as well. So stuff like that is always taking effect in that sort of respect. And just in the clean sheets, Sov with 15 clean sheets, 10 games where he didn't keep a clean sheet, which is not too bad. Can't really argue with that. Ian, not too bad. 11 in 22. There's almost 50% of his games he's played as well. So again, it's really good from him. And then Alfie, I got that last clean sheet for him on the last day of the season just because of wrap it up to 5. And I think that was his bonus anyway. I need to go through and see who got their bonus as well. So I will hopefully bring that out soon as I know when people got their bonuses. But yeah, really good, really happy from them. In terms of that, a couple of like a lot of forms up and down. It's really hard to determine, first season, a lot of forms all going to go up because we played so well. Financial, a lot of people did actually play quite well in respect of, in this season. You can see the market value of players going up quite a lot. But it doesn't really overly bother me like that. We're not going to sell the players. If it was like a youth, sort of a youth squad where you build up the money and the valuation, you make a 12% on a, 21% on someone like that, you might think about selling. Even Sam's up to 4.3 million that he's worth. So yeah, going to be a lot, because obviously you've got to do all the contracts, got to do all of the little bits next season as well. And of course, League One, more money and stuff like that. So it just takes that, just going to be that little bit different. In terms of office standings in our league, we did absolutely fantastic. I won't spoil who's in League One, who got relegated from the Championship, and who got promoted from us, and who's still in League One. I'll just wait till next season to bring that out. But in terms of us, 46 games, 34 wins, 7 draws, 5 losses. And I'm 100% certain, give or take one game at home, I think we lost all of them away. So again, I definitely know we lost to Swindon, Bradford, and someone else early on in the season, all away. And then one home game as well. So I know going forward, our away sort of formation needs to change just a little bit. Maybe not so deep, not so high up, just a need to adapt it. But I'm going to do that to all of them. We're going to adapt all of the management. So as you can definitely tell from our point of view here, is that Fleetwood and Notts County are coming up with us, which is fine. Could probably beat them as well. Bromley and Accrington would technically go down next season, but of course there is no National League in there, and hopefully coming soon in a few more years there will be a National League. That would be kind of fun to do as well. But the teams battle it out in the playoffs will be Gillingham, Barrow, Swindon and Walsall that will be battling it out. So it'll be interesting to see who does come up. I would quite like to see Gillingham come up as well. In terms of I guess next really the objectives, we didn't really matter for some objectives. We avoided, we won the league, so we avoided that. We didn't reach the FA Cup, mid-table within 2 seasons. That's fine. Not going to sign a youth academy, because if I signed a youth academy, then I'll just have to set them on and make money, and I don't know if that's fair. I guess I'm just doing it as a creative players. Games round 5, we actually went 12 games unbeaten, as you can see there, 12 out of 5, which is really fantastic to do so. So good little run from us, and we did that. We signed 2 and sold 2 because of the way it was at the start of the season. So board expectations is really good. And then I suppose the last thing to really look at, well, maybe 2 things to look at, is the career that we had so far. So biggest defeat was Brentford in the Cup, but not really interested in that. Biggest win was actually Harrogate. So we played 60 all in competitions, won 43, drawn 10, lost 7, scored over 102 goals and conceded 46. Now we've lost 7. The 2 defeats were both to Brentford, one on the penalties and then one in the normal, that 3-0 loss in the Cup. So yeah, Brentford is our nemesis there. Nothing really major here. 3rd round, 2nd round, not really bothered about that sort of stuff. We'll just see what happens coming in the next sort of season. And then the player stats. Mikey just missed Golden Boot by 2 goals. You think back to some other games where Mikey had some chances and stuff like that. Just what it is. Unfortunate for him, but fair play to Harry Smith, did well. A couple of other people in there. Jonathan Lecco, good player. He scored, I think, 3 against us when we played MK Dons around in the season. Giovanni Brown's a striker that can score goals as well. There's a couple of other people up here. Ronan Curtis is always banging them in. He could have had a hat-trick against us. Matthew Stevens is really good. Jack Muldoon. There's some really good players in there. Paddy Madden. Neil's actually up there in 17th. I don't think we have anyone. Yes, we don't have anyone else in there. Sam and myself only just missed this by a couple of goals. So not too bad from that. In terms of assists, I rack it up at the top with 13. Way out in front of Charlie Wyke, of all people, for Carlisle. Harry Smith got 8 assists. So Harry Smith went from 22 goals and 8 assists, and Mikey got 20 goals and not many assists, I don't think. Mikey's not even on the assist, so that's probably why Harry Smith won the Golden Boot. Curtis up there again, Jack Muldoon. Lyle Taylor for Colchester. He's really good. Paul's up there in the top 10 for assists, and that's from a centre defensive midfielder. Not too bad. Neil and Sam up there as well, and myself as well. Clean sheet. Sov does take the Golden Glove as well. That's why he's probably keeper of the season. So congratulations to Sov. Really good. But there's some other good keepers there as well. Matt Macy from Colchester. He's a really good goalkeeper. Jake Turner from Gillingham, because he actually kept a clean sheet twice against us. So you look out at these little things where teams keep clean sheets and where they kept 2. He kept 2 against us. Ian up there on 9, so that would be both of our keepers are in there, which is really good. Red cards, Jaden up there with 2, Neil up there with 2. I think that's actually it. I don't think anyone else got a red card in ours. Oh yeah, no, everyone did. Alfie, Tommy, Paul, and Chris were quite violent. Our team actually, give or take. Yellow cards. Paul with 5, and Chris with 4. So Chris looks like he's the dirtiest player there, really, to be fair. But it is what it is going through these sort of things. These happen as long games. You take yellow cards, one for the team. A couple of the yellow cards, or a couple of the red cards, actually, that we had, I generally didn't think they were red cards. So interesting to see. But yeah, really good. Fantastic season from us. I'll just go on to this really quickly. I don't think anything will happen on there. I think this is just a overview of all the squad hub, but we can get that on the squad hub anyway. So yeah, really happy with what's gone on with this season. Really looking forward to next season. Going to build up. As I said, it's going to be harder. We're not going to win as much. We'll probably lose more as well, maybe draw more. There will be some big teams in there as well. So it's just one of them ones where, will we win more home and lose more away this time, or the other way around, should I say? So yeah, really looking forward to it. Just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's tuned in this season, watching it. Leave some comments as well. I really appreciate all the comments and the feedback for you guys as well. I take it all on board. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Just hit the sub button. It's free to do so. Just helps me out and just helps me get the sort of the channel, my numbers up as well. So yeah, really would appreciate it, guys. Other than that, really do appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you all in the next episode for next season.